Good morning. Welcome to all at ICA classes for CA Foundation. So beta कैसे हो आप लोग? How are you? Expecting fine. How are you beta? Okay, good morning. By many students have been sent. So welcome in this additional class, a special class for accounting for non-for-profit organizations, because whenever we are running for these classes, we are always expecting that every student must be fully satisfied. And due to that, for the satisfaction of the students, we have given this extension lecture. Otherwise, it should be completed within the previous lecture itself. But to cover your maximum queries and to satisfy you from each and every point of view, this additional lecture has been planned by ICA. I'm thankful to ICA for giving this additional lecture so that I can satisfy my students. Now, good morning to Keshav, who has sent me the good morning approximately 20 times, which is not required at all. Avdesh Ishan with illustration number 11 as a demand. Sahil, Manish, Yash, Priyanka, Sonali, Himanshi, Rohini, Ustad Singh. Practical question number 1, very good. Bhumika, Manvi, how to calculate cost of material consumed. Muhammad Sahil, Bibu, Bhargavi, Sarvash, Rohini, Pooja, Kamlesh, Arshdeep, Keshav, Khushi, Abhinav, Ekta, Mehakpreet, Rekha, Khushbu, Diwan, Dhwani, Priyanka, Divya, Anu, Sahil, Bala Sanjan, Bhargavi, Kamlesh. I'm also fine, Keshav. Dasari, sir, please explain illustration number 10 from page number 9.19. Okay, Bhumika, I'm good, sir. How are you? Fine, beta. Ziba, Harshita, Himanshu, and many more. In illustration number 12, both research fund and research expenses, but the expense is not deducted from fund in answer. Abhinav Kumar, good. Ekta Tiwari, sir, legacy कहाँ लेते हैं? इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में या बैलेंस शीट में? ओके. Illustration number 12, 11, good. Illustration number 10, very good. Question number 5, good. Illustration number 10, okay. Waiting for your joy class. Thank you, Sonu. Illustration number 12, okay. So maximum students have asked for the illustration number 10, 11, and 12. So these three illustrations are expecting as tedious illustrations, because normally students are asking for those queries only which are difficult, which are not understandable otherwise. So I would like to go for that, starting with the illustration number 10 first. Beta, come to illustration number 10. Let's discuss each and every aspect of this illustration. Now, expecting we are sitting in the exam, we are going to solve this particular question in our exam. How we will solve it? You will have to go everything in a very frequent and logical manner. So let's start with a frequent and logical manner. I would like to get answer from your side. I would like to note down that answer. So don't see the solution. It's better go for the illustration. He says income and expenditure account is given to you. Very good. Account has been prepared after the following adjustment. Obviously, these adjustments are already made. So he says, what do you have to do? Always you must have to see, first of all, what is the demand in the question. But until and unless you will not check the demand in the question, you are unable to solve the question in less time. If you are interested to do the question within the short span of time, you are interested not to waste your quality time, then first read the demand in the question, which is always given. Note it down with you. Always read the demand in the question. This is a specific note. This demand is either given in the first 2 lines or in the last lines. That's it. It is not given in the midway. So here required, prepare the receipt and payment account for 2020 and balance sheet at the end. That's it. This is the basic demand of the question. Now, I like to make a pro forma for receipt and payment account first. I'm not going to read the question first, because if I'll waste my time in reading the question, obviously when I'll prepare the pro forma, then I will forget some particular points. This is very much clear that I have to solve this question because it's a time in exam and I have to solve every question in the exam because I have to secure 90 plus marks in my accounting in my exams. Because if I'll get 90 plus marks in accounting, then obviously I will be the person who will clear CA foundation with flying colors. Otherwise, I will be a person who may be a loser or who have cleared it with very less marks at a very small margin. So let's do it fast. You'll have to prepare a receipt and payment account pro forma first, and which must be prepared in a logical manner. Everyone knows it. First of all, you have to write the firm's name. Then you have to write, first of all, you have to write even the answer number. Like the solution word is written, you should have to write answer number डालना है यहाँ पर बड़ा बड़ा number should be in this way. If I am interested to write a number here, I would like to write 10. Okay, wait. It will be like this. Big number must be big so that it should be visible. 10. Here I will write answer or solution, whatever you feel suitable, doesn't matter. Then firm's name, then the pro forma name, receipt and payment account for the year ended. The way we have to write is only this. No other way is there. Receipt and payment account for the year ended this. Someone may write of Messrs, or you may write the firm name here. It is up to your choice. Of Messer this, either you may write firm name here or here. Both are okay. If you will not write firm name, reduce your marks. If you will not write pro forma, it will reduce your marks. If you will not write year ended, it will reduce your marks. Then prepare proper pro forma like this. Receipt, rupees. There are 2 columns here. Why? We will see. Payment, 2 columns are there. So all this is given to you. Normally we are preparing single pro forma. Okay. Single column pro forma. Now, I would like to do one more thing. I would like to review the question in a frequent manner now. Is that right? No, no, no. Always read the question very slowly. Read the question. Read very slowly. It must be absorbed properly. Whenever you will read it, you will have to absorb it, not read it, absorb it. So that we can solve it in a proper way, beta. So income and expenditure account is given to you. Salaries, okay. General expenses, these are all the items which are revenue items, but it doesn't make any big problem. Now the concept is completely changed. We have to prepare receipt and payment account, not income and expenditure account. Whenever receipt and payment account is prepared, it is just like a cash account or a cash book, we can say, because otherwise we are not using the word cash account. Actually, cash account is not in the books. Obviously cash book is there. So here details are given to you. Salaries, general expenses, audit fees, secretary honorarium, stationery, annual dinner expenses, depreciation, surplus, it's our profit, subscription, entrance fees, contribution for annual dinner, annual sports meet. So this is given to you. Very simple to understand. So then this account has been prepared after the following adjustments. What are the adjustments? Salary outstanding, salary subscription adjustments are given to you. Good. So these are the subscription adjustments. Received in advance, etc. So we will have to adjust subscription while calculating subscription for receipt and payment account. Salaries are given to you. These are outstanding at the beginning or at the end. So salaries are to be adjusted. General expenses also include an adjustment. Audit fees also include an adjustment. We will make it. Club owned a freehold lease of ground rent of ground valued at rupees 10,000 rupees. The club had sports equipment on 1st of January. So these are 2 assets which are given to us. Freehold lease of ground, and this is an asset. club has sports equipment on 1st of January. That is given to you. After depreciation, equipments are given to you. A bank loan is given to you, which is outstanding throughout the year. So this is all about the information given to you. On 31st December, cash in hand is given to you. So where is cash at bank, beta? Whether cash at bank is given? See, cash in hand is given to you, but cash at bank is not given to you, beta. So the way they have presented it is just details and amount. Means they have prepared it in two columns so that it will be easy for us to make all calculations here. We have two options. Either we may make adjustments here or we may make adjustments in working note. Better way is we will have to make adjustment in working note, but it is also not wrong. It is also accurate. It will also be good. There's no problem. It all depends upon time. If we have sufficient time, we may go for the working note. If we doesn't have time, we may do it here also. There's no problem at all. Whatever plus or minus is made, that you can do here also. That is not a big issue. So it is up to your choice. But if you will do anything in working note, what you have to do? Must refer working note number at the time of writing amount of it in परफॉर्मा. जब आप अकाउंट में आप इस अमाउंट को लिख रहे हो अकाउंट में, तब आपने वहां पर वर्किंग नोट नंबर जरूर रेफर करना है. मींस वर्किंग नोट्स मस्ट बी विद अ नंबर, वर्किंग नोट नंबर 1 2 3 4 and must mention the working note number when you will write that amount into your performa, into your account. So keep it into your mind. It is very important. Okay, my dear. So let's make all adjustments in a frequent manner. You will have to calculate. Don't see the solution, beta. Starting with this, you will have to start with the incomes first. Yes. Start with the incomes first. Subscription. So subscription is there. Get the amount of subscription, how much it is after making all calculations. Waiting for your answers fast. I'll take doubts, but before that, let's solve this question with me. Okay. No matter, I'll take your doubts, whatever doubts are there. Give me the answer fast. It is required. So you have to make adjustment of subscription in this. Get the amount. I would like to get answer from your side only. Nothing else is required. I don't need what is to be added, what is to be deducted. Get the answer and send me. If we make working note, it say not necessary to do all calculation in the performa. Exactly, beta. Then it is not required to be made in performa. 7170 is the answer given by someone. Someone has given 8100. I would like to make calculation for you. I'm not going to do it in another way. I'll like to make calculation for you, beta. See, here it is. Subscription. Here we have to prepare. Here we have to prepare income and expenditure account from receipt and payment account. So when this is to be done, let it be very much clear that income and expenditure account is basically a due based account, and from there we'll have to go for receipt based account. So what you have to do is outstanding at the beginning is to be added, outstanding at the end is to be deducted, received in advance at the beginning is to be deducted, at the end is to be added. So do it and get the answer. It is 7170 beta. Any doubt in this? Tell me, otherwise answer is with you. 7170 is the right answer. Sir, at my 11 and 12, teacher told me I'll come beta. Subscription amount, so step mark milte hain exam mein. It all depends upon the examiner beta. Try to solve the complete question in an accurate manner. Otherwise, there may be a chance that you will get some step marking also. Sudhanshu, please rectify it. If it is not clear, please tell me. Already discussed each and everything earlier also. Now, 7170 is the right answer. Now you have to calculate, tell me where entrance fees is to be entered. Whether entrance fees is to be entered as a capital receipt or a revenue receipt. There is no such point, because this is a receipt and payment account, and in receipt and payment account there is no such point. So this amount is to be directly added in it, directly entered in it. So this is to be entered in receipt side. Okay beta. Contribution for annual dinner, yeah, it has to be entered in receipt and payment account. It is not to be adjusted. It is not required to be adjusted. So it can be entered directly. Annual sports meet receipt is to be entered directly. There's no problem, because there's no adjustment given for this. Coming to salaries, tell me how much amount of salary will be entered in receipt and payment account. Fast. Get the amount of salary. Is necessary to make working note separately? Can we make note in column itself? Yes beta, there's no problem. Vinutha, you may have two options. One is the option given, option used in this question, or second is the working note option. You may use anyone. Account separately in exam if not mentioned. Yes beta, Samir, no problem. You may prepare separate subscription account also if you have free time with you. There's no problem. Good, very good. Salary student have sent me. So that is good to see that they have sent the answer. It is so salary is outstanding at the beginning. It is to be deducted beta. It is to be sorry, outstanding at the beginning is to be added, and closing is to be deducted. So very simple, fast. Then general expenses include insurance prepaid to the extent of 60. So is that to be deducted or added? Tell me. Prepaid insurance is to be deducted or added? Minus or plus? Fast. Good. Prepaid insurance is to be deducted or added beta? General insurance expenses include prepaid insurance. Salary in receipt and payment account 47. Am I right, sir? Exactly beta, there's no problem. You right, just a moment, I would like to see. Yes, 4700 was correct. Salary is 4700, which is accurate. There's no problem. Everyone has calculated correctly. I'm thankful to all of you that you have kept my reputation. So sent by the students. Is it to be deducted or added? Beta, prepaid expenses at the end is to be deducted or added. Let it be very much clear, when we have to prepare income and expenditure account from receipt and payment account, then whatever adjustments are there, it will be reversed when receipt and payment account is prepared from income and expenditure account. Why? Because receipt and payment is a cash basis account, whereas income and expenditure account is a due basis account. So let it be very much clear beta. If there are, I have already done for this account, to my opinion, I have already done for this. If you are not clear, then please note it down. In case of expenses, if we have to prepare receipt and payment account from income and expenditure account, what you have to do beta? Then amount given in income and expenditure account will be noted down. We have to add outstanding at the beginning. Why? Because this was the amount which was outstanding in the last year and paid in the current year. So whatever is paid in the current year, that will be taken in receipt and payment account beta, minus outstanding at the end beta. So this is the amount which is due at the end, which is not paid in the current year, but it is already included in income and expenditure account because it consider only amount due during the year. It doesn't consider those amounts which are paid or not. So due to that reason, it is to be deducted. So minus prepaid at the beginning. Why? Because this is the amount which has already been paid in the previous year for the current year. But in income and expenditure account, we have to take all the expenses which relates to current year, whether paid in previous year or in the next year. That is not a point of consideration. प्रीपेड इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में हम वो सारे खर्चे लेते हैं जो आप लोगों ने पे किए हैं या नहीं पे किए हैं, बट जो करंट ईयर से बिलोंग करते हैं. अगर आपने कोई एक्सपेंस करंट ईयर का लास्ट ईयर में पे कर दिया है तो उसको हमें माइनस कर देना है. ओके, बिकॉज ये रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में नहीं आने वाला. और प्रीपेड एट द एंड विल बी एडेड बैक because this amount is the expense which is paid for the next year. It is not included here because it consider only current year expenses due. That's it, which is due, whether paid or not. That is not a point of consideration. So it is to be added back beta. I'll get the amount transfer to receipt and payment account, or we can say in other words, this is the amount which is paid during the year. So when we are talking about any income, then what you have to do is you may note it down. This will be a good thing for you. Income. So we have to prepare receipt and payment account from income and expenditure account. What you have to do is amount given in income and expenditure account to be entered here. Add back outstanding or accrued at beginning. Just same whatever I have done in expenses, minus concept is also same. Outstanding or accrued at end minus pre-received at beginning. Add back pre-received at end. So I'll get the amount to be transferred to receipt and payment account, or in other words, this is the amount which is actually received during the year. Prepaid insurance is to be added, right? Deducted because it's our asset, wrong. Income outstanding at the end is added. So why do you deduct it? Income outstanding at the end is to be added in case we are going to prepare income and expenditure account from receipt and payment account or trial balance. Let it be very much clear. So beta, keep it into your mind what you are preparing. What is your target when you are going from Ludhiana to New Delhi? obviously I'll take the route from Ludhiana to Ambala to Panipat to Sonipat to New Delhi. But when I am going from New Delhi to Ludhiana, the route will be reversed. Now I'll take the route New Delhi to Sonipat to Panipat to Ambala and then Ludhiana. So let it be very much clear what is the route. Today I am preparing a receipt and payment account from income and expenditure account. In my previous lecture, I was preparing income and expenditure account from receipt and payment account. When we are preparing income and expenditure account, that is a due based account. At that time, we have to calculate the amount which is due during the year. Whether paid or not, that is not a point of consideration. Today, we have to calculate the amount which is paid during the year. Whether due or not, that is not a point of consideration. So here we have to do reverse whatever we were doing earlier. क्लियर हुआ कि नहीं हुआ भैया, ये बता दो अब समझ आ गया सर? नहीं, I would like to get answer from everyone whether the concept is clear to everyone, yes or no. अभी भैया yes और no लिख के भेजो, जिसको क्लियर नहीं हो बता देना. अब जो लिख के भेजोगे उसको माना जाएगा. जनरल एक्सपेंसेस इन इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट नोट, तब तक मैं क्वेरीज डिस्कस कर रहा हूं, आप yes no लिखते जाओ. General expenses in income and expenditure account not include prepaid insurance because it only include current year income and expenses. So in receipt and payment account, we will add prepaid insurance. Exactly right. Sir, outstanding at the end of for current year will be reduced or not in the case of expense. Outstanding at the end for current year is to be reduced or not. This is the outstanding in case of expense. This is the outstanding at the end, so it is to be deducted beta. Okay, it is to be deducted whenever it is given while preparing receipt and payment account from income and expenditure account. Outstanding at end is to be deducted. It is not plus, Aditya. Sir, but in illustration number 10, then this is not followed. I don't know what they have done in illustration number 10. I'll see. I'm giving you the concept beta. I'm not going for any illustration now. I'll come to the illustration, then see what he has done. I'll let you be clear, but tell me whether it is clear or not. Sameer Singh, you have sent not clear. Please tell me which point is not clear. I'll help you. Sameer Singh, I'm waiting for your query. Remaining has sent me yes, yes, yes. Sir, depreciation. Depreciation is not to be entered in receipt and payment account. Note it down. Depreciation is not entered in receipt and payment account. Regarding assets, we have to enter only asset purchased and sold during the year in receipt and payment account. Asset purchased and sold during the year. While preparing receipt and payment account, you have to check if there is any asset which has been purchased during the year. Okay. Only asset purchased is to be entered. How to get it? How to get it? For that, we'll prepare asset account to get it. Yes, sir. Clear, clear, clear. समझ आ गया. No, one more, please. One more क्या दूं बेटा? अभी कोई कोल्ड ड्रिंक तो है नहीं कि एक और दे दूं. एक बार और समझा दूं तो अच्छी बात है. बेटा मैं बार बार यही बात कर रहा हूं कि रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट जो होता है ये तो अपना होता है कैश बेसिस का. इसलिए इसमें जो भी एडजस्टमेंट्स आपको मैंने सिखाई हैं फाइनल अकाउंट्स फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग या नॉन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में, और जो हमने उसमें सिखाई है फाइनल अकाउंट फॉर नोट फॉर प्रॉफिट में इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट बनाने के टाइम पर उसका रिवर्सल करना है हमने, उसको उल्टा कर देना है। क्यों करना है वो मीनिंग मैंने बता दिया आपको। रिवर्स करने का रीजन क्या है, बिकॉज अभी हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, अभी हम लोग इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट नहीं बना रहे, हम कोई फाइनल प्रॉफिट और लॉस अकाउंट नहीं बना रहे, हम कैश अकाउंट बना रहे हैं। तो कैश अकाउंट को बनाने का यही तरीका है। सो बट इन इलस्ट्रेशन इट इज नॉट डन, आई विल सी बेटा। संयम, is that clear now? I have repeated it once again. Very simple. You will have to, earlier you was adding, now देखो जिनको नहीं समय लग रहा उनके लिए एक तरीका है कि वो याद कर लें। जिनको समय लग गया बहुत अच्छी बात है, बिकॉज देखो ये तो चीजें आनी ही चाहिए, इसका कोई और हमारे पास अल्टरनेटिव नहीं है। अगर हम कहेंगे कि हमें समय नहीं लगा तो हम एग्जाम में नहीं करेंगे, ये तो पॉसिबल नहीं है भैया। तो करना है तो फिर समझना तो पड़ेगा, याद तो करना ही पड़ेगा। सो डू वी एंटर फर्नीचर मशीनरी इन रिसीट एंड पेमेंट? एग्जैक्टली। जितना भी आपका एसेट का सेल परचेज है वो हमें कहां डालना है? रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में। सर व्हाट इज द वेटेज ऑफ दिस चैप्टर? द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट चैप्टर इज दिस। इट इज टू इट हैव अ वेटेज ऑफ 10 to 5 to 20 marks. Any type of question may come. Trade expenses will go to trading account or profit or loss. No? Trade expenses goes to profit or loss account. Okay. सर डेप्रिसिएशन मैंने बता दिया बेटा। बाकी मैं आता हूं इन द क्वेश्चन। expenses prepaid is not a specific like they are of the beginning. If nothing is mentioned whether this expense whatever is given as an outstanding or prepaid, and any income which is given either accrued or pre-received, it is not, if it is not mentioned that it belongs to beginning or end, means it belongs to previous year or to the current year, then you have to assume that it is at the end. ये लिख लो अपने पास, if nothing is mentioned about outstanding or prepaid, always assume it is at the end. लेकिन अगर डेट दी हुई है तो डेट से समझ लेना। Depreciation is not entered because it is a known cash expense. Himanshi, you are 100% right. One time please sir summarize in Hindi medium. हिंदी वालों के लिए बेटा देखो सिंपल सी बात है कि जो रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट हमने बनाना है वो हमारा कैश अकाउंट है। उसमें हमने क्या डालना है कि जो पैसे हमें एक्चुअल में आए वो निकालने हैं। अभी देखो आप जनरल सी बात समझ लो कि मेरी जो रेंट है, मैं एग्जांपल ले रहा हूं आपके लिए एक, ताकि आप सभी को समझ लग जाए, हिंदी वालों को भी। देखो मैंने एक प्लेस रेंट पे लिया हुआ है, उसका जो रेंट है वो मेरा 10,000 रुपीज पर मंथ है। ओके। अब ये 10,000 रुपीज पर मंथ जो मेरा रेंट है ये मैं हर महीने पे करता हूं, लेकिन क्या हुआ कि एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर मैंने 2 मंथ्स का रेंट पे नहीं करा, पेड ओनली फॉर 10 मंथ्स। तो जब मैं इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट बनाता हूं तो आप सभी को पता है कि उसमें हमें तो पूरा रेंट डालना पड़ता है ड्यू ड्यूरिंग द ईयर। तो हम लोगों ने क्या किया, जब इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट बनाया तो उसमें डाला कि 1 लाख तो हमारा रेंट पेड है, क्योंकि 10 मंथ्स का तो पे कर दिया, प्लस आउटस्टैंडिंग कितना है एंड वाला 2 मंथ्स का, दैट इज 20,000। सो टोटल मैंने 1,20,000 यहां डाल दिया। अब मुझे अमाउंट कैलकुलेट करनी है कितनी अमाउंट मुझे एक्चुअली पे करी है मैंने। मेरे पास ये डिटेल नहीं है, अब जो डिटेल ये वाली है ये अवेलेबल नहीं है। अभी मेरे पास 1,20,000 गिवन है, तो कैसे कैलकुलेट करूंगा? उसके लिए देखो मेरे पास जितना ड्यू ड्यूरिंग द ईयर है 1,20,000 है, उसमें से जितना आपका पे नहीं किया हमने माइनस आउटस्टैंडिंग एट द एंड, मतलब जो हमने पे नहीं किया वो कितना है, वो आपको बताया होगा कहीं ना कहीं, वो बताया हुआ है 20,000 रुपीज, या 2 मंथ्स का पे नहीं करा। तो पे कितना कर दिया आपने? 1 लाख। तो एक्चुअली पे कितना किया? 1 लाख। तो ये जाएगा रसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में, मतलब ये जाएगा कैश अकाउंट में या कैश बुक में। ये हम लोग कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं। तो पहले हमने 120 कैसे निकाला होगा? ऐसे ही निकाला होगा। अब क्या करेंगे, अब इसको माइनस कर देंगे, पहले प्लस किया था, अब इसको डिडक्ट कर देंगे, तो दोबारा हम उसी अमाउंट पे पहुंच जाएंगे, ये वाली अमाउंट पे जो हमने निकाली थी। इसी तरह प्रीपेड होता है, इसी तरह आउटस्टैंडिंग एट द बिगिनिंग होता है, सब कुछ सेम होता है बाकी। सर वी मेड always income and expenditure account from receipt and payment, then why need for receipt and beta? It will depend upon question, which type of question will come to you. If you demand a receipt and payment account from income and expenditure account, you will have to prepare it. You can't say sir I'll not prepare it। भैया बनाना पड़ेगा, मांगा है तो बनाना पड़ेगा। Exactly बेटा, right? I think everyone is clear on these points now. I must have to continue now. Okay. मजा आया कि नहीं आया? चलो अभी बात करते हैं हम लोग audit fees. Audit fees, he says, it is unpaid for 2020. For 2020 means current year. Audit fees is not paid for current year. If audit fees is not paid for current year, that means for it is outstanding at the end. How much is the audit fees? He says audit fees for 2019 was during 2020, audit fees for 2019 was paid amounting to rupees 200. It means for it was outstanding at the beginning. Outstanding at the beginning is 200 rupees. That is already given to you now. This is paid during the year, paid in 2020. Okay. So this is very much clear that in receipt and payment account, only those amounts are to be entered which are paid during the year. So this 200 is to be entered in the current year, receipt and payment account. And for 2020, whatever is paid, that will not be entered. Whatever is due, because this is not paid, he has made it clear that this is not paid. But we can do it by our practical system also, whatever we have studied now. See what is the audit fees. It is 250 rupees. So tell me one thing, beta. Tell me one thing. I am asking query from you. Whatever audit fees is given to you, that is 250 rupees. What it is? What it meant for? 250 rupees. This is the amount which is given in income and expenditure account. So what you have to do? You have to, this belongs to current year or last year. As we know, whatever amount is entered in income and expenditure account that is due during the year, that is the amount which belongs to the current year only. That doesn't belongs to amount which is of previous year. So it means for this is current year amount. So this remains outstanding as it is not paid during the year. So this is outstanding at the end. Amount outstanding at the end is not given to you. He says it is purely unpaid. But one thing is very much clear to us, that whatever amount is of current year, that is outstanding. If it is outstanding, second thing is this is equal to the amount entered in income and expenditure account. Whatever amount is entered in income and expenditure account, that is of current year only. He says complete amount is outstanding. That means for 250 rupees, amount which has been entered in income and expenditure account is outstanding at the end. तो मैं हिंदी में बताता हूँ अब एक बार आपको कि वो कह रहा है कि जो इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट है उसमें 250 रुपीज हमने डाले हुए हैं. अब आप सभी को पता है कि इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में कौन सी अमाउंट जाती है. ये लॉजिकल दिमाग चलाना है. अब इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में कौन सी अमाउंट जाती है? जो अमाउंट करंट ईयर की है, और करंट ईयर का हमने एक पैसा भी दिया नहीं है. करंट ईयर की अमाउंट कितनी है? 250. इसका मतलब सारी की सारी अमाउंट जो है आउटस्टैंडिंग है. तो हमें आउटस्टैंडिंग एट द एंड अमाउंट मिल गई 250 रुपीज. आउटस्टैंडिंग एट द बिगिनिंग कितनी है वो उसने खुद ही बता दिया आपको, 200 रुपीज. ये लिख के दिया हुआ उसने 200 रुपीज. तो वैसे तो रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में बस इतना ही अमाउंट जाना है, बट अगर हम लोग अपने परफॉर्मेंस से कैलकुलेट करना चाहते हैं तो वो भी मैं कैलकुलेट करवा देता हूं. एट द एंड इज टू बी डिडक्टेड and outstanding at the beginning is to be added. So answer is 200 rupees. This will go to receipt and payment account, beta. Sir, why study material given balance sheet of 31st December 2019? I'll discuss, beta. Don't worry. Just wait and watch. Very interesting. Interest in on investment is common income and expenditure account. Liability, sir, lesson of ground is. I'll come to you, beta. Is that clear? Now, club owned a freehold lease of ground valued rupees 10,000 rupees. So this is our asset. And this is not clear. We have purchased it current year or it belongs to previous year. So it is not mentioned whenever any asset is mentioned that this asset belongs to us. That means for this is the asset which is with us from previous years. So it means for this asset is not purchased in current year. It is our old asset, because if it has been purchased, here it should be mentioned we have purchased it. Then he says club has sports equipment. So this is a part of opening asset. Then at the end, depreciation, the equipment is 2700. That's it. So I was talking about equipments. Okay. So we have to calculate how much equipments are purchased or sold during the year. For that, you have to prepare equipment account. That will be a better option because that is an asset, and we have to prepare an asset account. Already discussed how to prepare asset account in our previous lecture. We have discussed beta. Do it. Prepare asset account and tell me what is the amount of purchase or sale made by us during the year, if there is any. Waiting for your answers. मैं आराम से बनाऊंगा, आप जल्दी जल्दी आंसर देना, ठीक है? The way you have calculated that is not a problem, but the answer should be 400 only. Those who are unable to calculate the answer, 400 rupees, may check it out. Opening balance is given to you beta, closing balance is given to you. I have entered it. It is simple as we have done in our previous lecture also. Enter whatever amount is given to you, that is depreciation is given to you in your income and expenditure account. This depreciation is given to you 300 rupees. So I have taken it. Now no other information is given to you except this. If there is any purchase or sale given to you, that is also to be entered. And obviously second figure may easily be calculated. Whatever is the balance figure, if it comes in debit side, it will be a purchase. If it comes in credit side, it may be a sale by cash. Balance figure, sale. If it if it comes here, so it all depends. Here the answer is purchase. So enter it. See, this is 7170 beta. It is correct. Number of students was telling me that there is some error in module. I'm not going to discuss how he have calculated it. That is the method I have given to you. That is the method you know better. But amount must be equivalent. So this is the amount we have already checked. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. This all we have calculated. 4700 was also accurate because the amount is okay. How he have done it, that is also okay. General expenses minus prepaid expenses, because whatever amount is given in general expenses, we have to deduct, we have to add, sorry, we have to add prepaid expenses in it. So that he have done. Prepaid expenses are added. Very good. Audit fees 200 rupees. Very good. So this is all correct. Someone was saying this is wrong, this is wrong. Ekta, we have to prepare asset account in working note only due to this reason. I am telling you, I'm preparing it for you. If it is not required, I'll not prepare. So working note is required. Sir, voice is not audible. My voice is not audible, beta. Tell me. So Is that okay now? Let's come to the remaining part. He says club has raised a bank loan of 2000. So this loan was raised in 2019. So this is a loan which has been carried forward from previous year. ये लास्ट ईयर में लोन लिया था, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, इस साल में भी आएगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. उसने बताया भी है ये तो आउटस्टैंडिंग रहा है पूरा साल. इट इज नॉट पेड ड्यूरिंग द ईयर. ऑन 31st December cash in hand is given to you. So this is the information given to you. So 31st December cash in hand is to be entered here. Buy balance carried on, that is to be done. This has already been done. Yeah, if you can do it by this way, there's no problem at all, beta. But this should be confident. If you are confident, you will have to do it. I am not satisfied with this calculation because normally students are unable to do it. So this calculation is not simple and easy. Yes, you may do one thing. Don't prepare proper pro forma. You may just make it like this. If you are going to do it in working note. In working note, pro forma is not required properly. So वहां पर तो आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो. It doesn't matter. But इसको बनाने से ना आपकी लिए easy हो जाएगा. So come to other expenses, whatever is given in your profit or loss account. Yes. Secretary honorarium, nothing is mentioned, so it is to be entered as it is. 450 is to be entered. This is to be entered. This is to be entered. That's it. So all these are to be entered as it is. And obviously, whatever is the balance figure, that will be the opening cash in hand to balance carried on. Now, one more thing is demanded, that is balance sheet at the end of the year. So how to get it? Keep it into your mind. For preparing balance sheet at the end, we need capital fund, opening capital fund, because in that we will make some adjustments, whatever is required. For balance sheet purpose, we need capital also. Remaining assets and liabilities are given to you, but capital is not given to you. Opening capital is not given to you. Due to that reason, you are unable to prepare balance sheet. So for that sake, you will have to prepare opening balance sheet also. That can be prepared in either way. I've already discussed with you in our previous lecture that we can do it in a way assets minus liabilities is equal to capital. That is the way also. Assets at the beginning, whatever it is, minus liabilities at the beginning, you may get it, and balance sheet figure will be capital at the beginning. There's no problem at all. It is not required to be prepared in a proper pro forma, but normally students are easy with the pro forma, so due to that reason I always prefer the pro forma. But pro forma is not required to be prepared in a proper logical way. You just tell me how to, what is the amount of total assets available with you at the beginning. For that sake, note it down in your copies. What are your assets at the beginning? बेटा फास्ट जल्दी करना है, पर आपने मुझे ये बताना है कि आपके पास कौन कौन से ओपनिंग एसेट्स हैं. लिख के भेज दो चाहे कि मेरे पास ओपनिंग में ये एसेट्स हैं. उनकी अमाउंट भी लिखो और इसको भी लिखो. लिख के भेजो फास्ट. चेक कैसे करना होता है मेरे साथ साथ चेक करना मैं बताऊंगा. देखो, इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में कभी भी आपको कोई ओपनिंग का एसेट या लायबिलिटी नहीं मिलने वाली. No income and no opening asset or liability is available in income and expenditure account. So don't see it. It is not required to be seen. We need not to see it. इसको तो देखना ही नहीं है. You need not to see it for preparing opening or closing balance sheet. In closing balance sheet, this is required only. Nothing else is required. But closing में फिर भी इसका impact थोड़ा बहुत है. Opening में तो बिल्कुल नहीं है. So for opening, don't see it. तो कहां से मिलेगी इंफॉर्मेशन? फ्रॉम वेयर यू विल गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन? हियर. क्या क्या है बोलते जाओ. देखो, जहां पर 2019 आ गया उसका मतलब है दिस बिलोंग्स टू लास्ट ईयर. सो दिस इज एसेट और लायबिलिटी. सब्सक्रिप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग एट द एंड. सो एंड ऑफ 2019, दिस इज लास्ट ईयर. सो सब्सक्रिप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग एट बिगिनिंग, मतलब ये लास्ट ईयर किया. हम लोग ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं. मैं तो इस तरह से लिखता हूं, मुझे तो यही पसंद है. एक तरफ एसेट्स को लिख लेना और एक तरफ लायबिलिटीज को लिख लेना. चलो परफॉर्मा वाइज ही लिख लेते हैं. एक तरफ लायबिलिटीज लिख लेता हूं मैं, एक तरफ एसेट्स लिख लेता हूं. ठीक है ना? तो अब आउटस्टैंडिंग है जो हमारी होती है, लास्ट ईयर की बात कर रहे हैं 2019 की. 2019 में जो आउटस्टैंडिंग इनकम है, जो इनकम एक्रूड है, वो हमारा एसेट है क्या लायबिलिटी है? दिस इज अवर एसेट. सो सब्सक्रिप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग कितनी है ये आपकी? 600 रुपीज. तो मैंने फटाफट यहाँ 600 लिख लिया. उसके बाद रिसीव्ड इन एडवांस कोई पैसे मुझे एडवांस में आ जाए तो वो मेरी लाइबिलिटी होती है, हम सभी को पता है। कोई भी इनकम अगर एडवांस में आ जाए तो एडवांस में आई है, पे नहीं करी, 450 रुपीज, दिस इज माई लाइबिलिटी। तो सब्सक्रिप्शन प्री रिसीव्ड कितनी है, 450 रुपीज। मैंने ऐसे लिखते जाना है। तो ये भी हो गया, ये भी हो गया। ये तो नेक्स्ट ईयर की, आई डोंट नीड टू डिस्कस इट। सैलरी आउटस्टैंडिंग एट द बिगिनिंग मींस दिस बिलोंग्स टू लास्ट ईयर, 400 रुपीज। सो वट एवर लाइफ सैलरी दैट इज एक्सपेंसिस आउटस्टैंडिंग एट द बिगिनिंग, मतलब लास्ट ईयर के जो एक्सपेंसिस आउटस्टैंडिंग, वो लास्ट ईयर में क्या है, लास्ट ईयर में तो वो लाइबिलिटी है हमारी। तो सैलरी आउटस्टैंडिंग इट इज 400 रुपीज। देन this belongs to current year only. Audit fees of also belongs to current year. Yes, this is the concept given to you that audit fees of 2019 was not paid in that year. So this is the audit fees, that is expenses outstanding in the last year. So this is the last year expense, audit fees outstanding. How much it is? 200 rupees. Then we have a asset of 10,000 rupees and another asset of rupees 2,600, and a liability that is a loan of rupees 2,000 rupees. So asset is ground, that is an asset of 10,000. Then we have a sports equipment. So this is 2,600 rupees. Then we have a loan, bank loan, that is rupees 2,000. Then this is cash in hand, but this belongs to current year. Now you will have to go to receipt and payment account. In receipt and payment account, normally we get only one thing. Yes, if some technical information is given that we may use from any account, there's no problem at all, which belongs to last year. But otherwise, whatever the opening cash in hand and bank, that means for this is a closing cash in hand or bank of last year. So this is 1390, that will be entered in this. This is cash 1390. After this, there's nothing given to you. So whatever is the balance figure, that will be the capital fund. This is balance figure. You may have to get it. आज बहुत मजा आ रहा है करवाने का. आई एम रियली सेटिस्फाइड विद whatever we are doing today because you people are also contributing your all efforts. ऐसा लग रहा है क्वेश्चन मैं सॉल्व ही नहीं कर रहा, आप लोग कर रहे हो. इलेवन 540 स्टूडेंट्स आर सेइंग. मैं तो आंसर यहीं से चेक कर लेता हूं, बेटर रहेगा. इट विल हेल्प अस टू save our time. 11,540. So I think it is accurate. So students are saying this is okay. So after doing this, you will have to go for the balance sheet of 2020. This doesn't require proper performa. You have all options. Do one thing. You may make the total of assets minus liabilities. That is not a problem. But I suggest to go for this way. मेरा suggestion यही है कि आप परफॉर्मा चाहे अच्छा ना बनाओ बट करो इसी तरह से. इस तरह से करने में ना आपके जो ब्लड में एक आदत पड़ी हुई है बैलेंस शीट बनाने की, वो आप बना लेते हो. इसमें मिस्टेक के चांसेस बहुत कम रहते हैं बेटा. आप पूरा नहीं लिख रहे, इसी तरह से बना लो जैसे मैंने लिखा है, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. जस्ट गिव इट ए वर्किंग ऑन नंबर, दैट्स इट. नो वन इज गोइंग टू रिड्यूस योर मार्क्स ड्यू टू दिस रीजन ओनली. ठीक है ना बेटा. हाँ, अगर इसको स्पेसिफिकली डिमांड किया गया कि बेटा आपको बनानी है ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट, फिर तो प्रॉपर परफॉर्मा देके आप ऊपर बनाओगे, फिर तो आप इसे नीचे नहीं बनाओगे ना बेटा. सर आई कंप्लीटेड दिस क्वेश्चन, वेरी गुड. होप सो दैट टुडे दिस चैप्टर वुड बी कंप्लीटेड. दिस हैज ऑलरेडी बीन कंप्लीटेड. वी आर जस्ट डूइंग मोर एंड मोर क्वेश्चंस टू फॉर योर बेनिफिट ओनली बेटा. अदरवाइज चैप्टर कंप्लीट करना तो मेरे लिए 1 आवर का काम है. मैं तो कोई भी चैप्टर कभी भी कंप्लीट कर दूंगा. ये तो आप लोगों की सेटिस्फेक्शन के लिए होता है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्वेश्चन किए जाए, ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस की जाए, ताकि आप लोगों को इजी रहे काम करना। चलो, अभी बैलेंस शीट बनानी है, क्लोजिंग मान लो। तो क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट के लिए व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, अगेन कम टू द क्वेश्चन। इन इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट नो सच इंफॉर्मेशन इज गिवन टू यू विच helps us to prepare closing balance sheet except one, that is surplus. This is to be transferred to the closing balance sheet. And one more thing, depreciation may be transferred. That is normal requirement. Nothing else is there. But if it is something, we can see it. We can take it. Okay. Now come to this. So what it is, this is the subscription outstanding at the end. What it means for, this is a asset at the end. This is the liability at the end. Okay. Then salary outstanding at the end. This is a liability at the end. General expenses, prepaid asset at the end. Audit fees is outstanding. So this is a liability at the end. Then this is an asset, because this asset is not going to be changed. This asset of 10,000 has no depreciation. We know it very well. There's no depreciation on land. So due to that reason, there's no depreciation on it. It will come as it is in the closing balance sheet also. Then sports equipment is given to you. This sports equipment worth rupees 2,700. No need of showing any depreciation, because we have already prepared an account for this. In that, closing balance is given to us. So 2,700 will be shown as it is. This is after deducting depreciation. Depreciation has already been deducted. You have seen it here, because by depreciation we have entered it. Only this balance has come after that. ये बैलेंस उसके बाद आया है बेटा, तो डेप्रिसिएशन अलग से माइनस नहीं करनी. बैंक लोन विल आल्सो रिमेन एज इट इज, बिकॉज ही सेज इट रिमेन एज इट इज ड्यूरिंग द ईयर. कैश इन हैंड इज क्लोजिंग, दैट इज गिवन टू यू 1,600, that is also as it is. So I think capital fund is with you. With this you can easily prepare the balance sheet beta. So illustration number 11. Again same, income and expenditure account is given to you. You have to prepare receipt and payment account. So there is no worry, you can do it very easily by yourself. अभी मुश्किल नहीं आनी चाहिए, अब मजा आना चाहिए. और मैं चाहूंगा कि मैं आपसे सिर्फ ये डिस्कस करूं कि आपको क्या पॉइंट इसमें से समझ नहीं लग रहा. आप अपने आप इसको करो और मेरे से पूछो आपको क्या चीज इसमें समझ नहीं लग रही. Because he says income and expenditure account is given to you, you have to prepare receipt and payment account and subscription account. आपको जो पॉइंट इसमें समझ नहीं लगता, just tell me, send me, I'll come help for you. 11th, do it. Solution is with you. आप इसको करो, solution को देखो, मुझे पूछो कुछ समझ नहीं लगता तो मैं वेट कर रहा हूं आप लोग जो कर रहे हो. Sir, note is given at last. If we prepare balance sheet, by which method is prepared? It is up to your choice. Already I have mentioned you beta. क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट तो आपको बनानी पड़ेगी प्रॉपर परफॉर्मे के साथ, जैसे हम लोग बनाते हैं, जैसे इसमें बनाई हुई है. ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट आपकी मर्जी है. ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट आप लोगों को जो बनानी है, ये वर्किंग नोट में बनाओगे तो अच्छा रहेगा. बिकॉज आप लोग इसके लिए, अगर आप फेयर में बनाओगे तो आपको प्रॉपर प्रेजेंटेशन देनी पड़ेगी, विच इज प्रैक्टिकली डिफिकल्ट. हमारे पास टाइम की कमी होती है. जो चीज हम ऊपर बनाते हैं उसके लिए तो प्रॉपर परफॉर्मा चाहिए होता है, सब कुछ चाहिए होता है. जो हम नीचे बना लेते हैं वर्किंग नोट में, उसके लिए परफॉर्मा की रिक्वायरमेंट खत्म हो जाती है. तो आई सजेस्ट यू टू गो फॉर दैट. Question papers are, Sameer, question papers are already given in your BOS BOS जो बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज की वेबसाइट है, वहां बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन पेपर दिए हुए हैं. इसके अलावा अगर आप क्वेश्चन पेपर देखना चाहते हो, इन्होंने 3-4 अटेम्प्ट्स के क्वेश्चन पेपर दिए होते हैं. फॉर मोर क्वेश्चन पेपर्स यू मे डू वन थिंग, यू मे परचेज सम स्कैनर फ्रॉम द मार्केट. नंबर ऑफ कंपनीज आर पब्लिशिंग, बट द बेस्ट वन विच वी हैव स्टडीड एंड also I recommend, that is Suchita Prakashan. So that is a faithful, and we can say that is a good one. तो सुचिता प्रकाशन का आपका आता है, उसका आप परचेज करो. उसमें 20 ईयर्स 15 ईयर्स के क्वेश्चंस दिए होंगे, तो उससे आपको काफी बेनिफिट मिलेगा. Furniture has not been taken in receipt and payment account. Now queries are there. I'm going to welcome that. Furniture has not been taken in receipt and payment account. See why. Furniture, income and expenditure account, balance sheet. Okay. So this is a income and expenditure account and closing balance sheet. Very good question. You have to club both of them to check the amount to be gone to receipt and payment account. मजा आ जाएगा इस क्वेश्चन करने से आपको. सो फर्नीचर के बारे में किसी ने पूछा है, मैं बता देता हूँ. फर्नीचर देखो, क्लोजिंग फर्नीचर बैलेंस इज गिवन टू यू, दिस इज 9,000 and any other information given regarding furniture, check it out. No information is given in adjustments. Come to income and expenditure account. Here depreciation on furniture is given to you 1,000 rupees. That's it. So no other information is given to you. It means for there is no purchase and sale of furniture during the year. If there is no purchase and sale of assets during the year, then nothing is to be entered in receipt and payment. Don't overuse your mind. अपना दिमाग को ज्यादा नहीं तंग करना, उतना ही तंग करना है जितना, जितनी एडजस्टमेंट्स दी हुई हैं वो देखो और हर आइटम को दोनों में एडजस्ट करो. दैट यू हैव टू डू. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट आगे क्वेरी. मेरे पास क्वेरीज आ रही है, मैं ले रहा हूं साथ साथ में. सर ऑडिट फीस जो एडजस्टमेंट में है वुड क्लोजिंग बैलेंस शीट में आएगी. ओके, ऑडिट फीस दैट इज गिवन इन एडजस्टमेंट. ओके, मुझे तो ऑडिट फीस एडजस्टमेंट में नजर नहीं आई बेटा. अच्छा, आप मुझे लगता है लास्ट क्वेश्चन की बात कर रहे हो ना. 11 करनी है क्या सर? अब बेटा इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 11 ही कर रहे हैं हम लोग. वी आर doing illustration number 11 and taking queries of illustration number 11, but this illustration is to be done by you people. आप अपने आप कर रहे हो. You himself are doing this illustration. I am just taking your queries. Sir, prize fund and general fund. Okay, prize fund. Let's see prize fund. This is 25,000 opening balance. Interest is 1,000. Okay. Price is distributed rupees 2,000 during the year. Okay, good. So any other information is given here? No. So that means for during the year we have expensed rupees 2,000 out of the prices fund. So whatever amount is expensed, whatever amount is paid during the year, that is to be entered in payment side. So this is to be entered in payment side, 2,000 rupees. So see, it is to be entered here, 2,000 rupees. Yeah, 2,000 rupees year prices. And then he says we have added interest of rupees 1,000 in it. So this 1,000 has been added as a interest on investment. Basically there is an investment worth rupees 20,000, prize fund investment. So on that we have earned an income of 1,000 rupees during the year. So this 1,000 income is also received by us during the year, because add तो तभी होगा अगर receive करेंगे. So this is to be entered in receipt side. So 1,000 rupees is there. Prize fund and one more general fund. Okay, general fund. See, yeah, general fund is a capital fund here. General fund means capital fund. It doesn't mean for any other fund. Capital fund, another name is general fund. So opening balance is given to you less deficit. What means for deficit? This means for the amount which has been transferred from income and expenditure account. See, in income and expenditure account there is a deficit of 2820. That is to be deducted from it. So it doesn't have any other adjustment in receipt and payment account. Yes, entrance fees of 1,300 is added to it. It means for this income is received during the year. So any particular amount, yes, 1/2 of the entrance fees has been capitalized by transferring to general fund. That means for this is a 1/2. This is not the total amount. 1/2 is capitalized, 1/2 is taken as a revenue income that has been entered here, 1,300. So total amount of entrance fees received by us during the year is 1,300 revenue plus 1,300 capital. It has been capitalized by 1,300 rupees. So total amount is 2,600, which is to be entered here. Now I would like to give you a shortcut way for it, because the way you are doing it, that is not correct बेटा. आप लोग जैसे ये क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर रहे हो ना, वो ठीक नहीं है. मैं आपको अब एक मेथड देता हूं. देखो, आप सभी ने अपना जोर लगा लिया ना, अब मेरा मेथड देखो क्या है. मैं इस मेथड इसको हाउ टू सॉल्व दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस वेयर income and expenditure account and one more thing, that is balance sheet is given to you. You have to do one thing. First of all, read the question very carefully, because this is most important concept, and correlate the balance sheet and income and expenditure account with each other, like the way I am going to do it. Subscription is 17,320. So it have an impact because it is also given in balance sheet. So what it is, this is subscription received in advance. So we need know it very well how to treat it, because any advance subscription received is to be added. So this is to be added in this. Then sale of newspaper, it doesn't have any impact. It will go to receipt and payment account directly. Okay, 1500 lectures is to be paid. It will go directly to receipt and payment account. Entrance fees, it is given here also in balance sheet. So I would like to tick in balance sheet also. Tick it in balance sheet also like this. Miscellaneous income, this is to be entered in receipt and payment account directly because it doesn't have any adjustment. Deficit, it is not to be entered anywhere in receipt and payment account because this is surplus and deficit doesn't go there. Then upkeep of ground is there. See, is there any adjustment given for this or anything given regarding this in balance sheet also? Yes, adjustment is given to you, that is 600 rupees. So it belong, this is upkeep of ground and printing relating to 1819. This is of previous year, outstanding at the beginning, were paid in this year. So I know it very well how to do it. क्या करेंगे outstanding at the beginning का? Outstanding at the beginning is to be added. Okay. Subscription is to be treated from every place here as well as this. This subscription is also be taken into consideration. This is to be considered. Okay. Then fast, then salaries. Any amount is given regarding salaries in balance sheet. See, here it is. In balance sheet, nothing is given regarding salaries. In adjustment, nothing is given regarding salaries. So no adjustment is regarding salaries. Salary will go as it is to income and expense, as it is to receipt and payment account. This will go as it is. So this will go as it is to receipt and payment account. This will go as it is to receipt and payment account. This will go as it is to receipt and payment account. We know it very well that depreciation doesn't go there. Instead, we may have to prepare an account of asset to get the purchase and sale made by us during the year. Rent will go as it is to receipt and payment account. If any adjustment is there, that is to be adjusted. Then I'll come to the balance sheet beta. देखो balance sheet में आ गए हम. Balance sheet में we have already discussed that subscription is to be entered. Except this, see, furniture is given to you. Its closing balance is given to you, but its opening balance is not given to you. If its opening balance is not given to us, we are unable to calculate any purchase and sale. We know it very well that whenever we are preparing any asset account, we need minimum 3 informations to get fourth one. See, closing balance is given to you, depreciation is given to you. If opening balance is not given to you, obviously this will be a balance sheet figure and this will be a only opening balance, because if you will charge depreciation of 1,000 in this account and closing balance of 9,000 in this account, then whatever the balance figure will be, that is 10,000, that will become the opening balance. That will not be a purchase during the year. So due to that reason, we are unable to get any purchase or sale of assets during the year. So I will not touch it. Ground and building is given to you. This is a closing asset. Nothing, no other information is given regarding this. Investment is given as it is. Cash in hand, yes, this is important. It will go to receipt and payment account. We know it very well that this will go as a closing balance of receipt and payment account. But we doesn't have opening balance of receipt and payment account. That will come as a balance figure. Now, after adjustment of subscription, we will enter subscription in income and receipt and payment account. Now, price fund, this is the opening balance. It doesn't have any relevance with your receipt and payment account. Then interest has already been discussed, beta. How to enter it? Interest is added here. So it has been added. Due to that reason, we have checked it out. Any adjustment is given regarding this? No. It means for this amount is added. It means for this is a receipt during the year. So entered in receipt account. So this is also a payment made by us during the year, entered in payment side. This is opening balance. It doesn't have any relevance because opening balance doesn't have any relevance in receipt and payment account. So deficit is already discussed. Entrance fees is already discussed, beta. So see adjustments. We have to make adjustment of upkeep of ground that we have already discussed. Printing adjustment is to be made. That has already been discussed. Subscription adjustment is to be made, beta. Subscription received in advance adjustment is to be made. So after doing all that, one thing is very important in this question. See, one thing which is very important, I would like to discuss that with you. This subscription is given to you 100 rupees. This is obviously clear. This belongs to next year. This is pre-received income. But while discussing this subscription, I am normally confused what it is. I'm talking about the year 2021 in which we are preparing this account because this balance sheet belongs to 1920. Okay. So he says this is a subscription outstanding for the current year 1920. Okay, good. So he has already mentioned you that outstanding in 2018-9, that is opening, this is closing. In the same way, received in advance, opening, closing is given to you, and adjustments are very well known to you how to make it. I think all points are clear. सर फ्रॉम वेयर डिड 1390 कम? मुझे लगता है सारा कुछ क्लियर हो गया होगा. जिसकी अभी तक कोई डाउट्स रह गए हैं मुझे प्लीज मेंशन करो, सेंड करो दोबारा से. इसके इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 11 के कोई डाउट्स रह गए हैं तो तब तक मैं जनरल क्वेरीज ले रहा हूँ. If nothing is mentioned regarding expenses due or income received, it is assumed that it is due or at the end of the year. Exactly right. Balance brought down कैसे आया सर? बेटा इतना बड़ा बड़ा लिखा हुआ बैलेंसिंग फिगर, बचा जो आप लोगों ने ये सारी आइटम्स डाल दी, ये सारा कुछ डाल देना है और उसके बाद बैलेंस निकालना है. दैट बैलेंस विल बी बैलेंसिंग फिगर, इट विल बी अ बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन. Deficit of general fund meant for what? The balance of income and expenditure account meant for deficit. So whatever the balance of income and expenditure account, that will go to balance sheet, not to receipt and payment account. It doesn't have any relevance of receipt or payment because this is the balance sheet figure of, this is the profit or loss earned by us during the year. Whatever profit or loss we have earned by us during the year, that is not required to be entered in cash book. आपने कभी देखा कैश बुक में हमने अपना प्रॉफिट या लॉस डाला हो? तो प्रॉफिट और लॉस कैश बुक में नहीं जाता बेटा. जनरल फंड मींस कैपिटल फंड. बेटा जनरल फंड का मतलब क्या है? हियर जनरल फंड इज अनदर नेम ऑफ कैपिटल फंड. हाउ इट इज अंडरस्टूड? ये तो जनरल नॉलेज की बात है. देखो पूरे बैलेंस शीट में कहीं भी आपके पास कैपिटल फंड नहीं दिया हुआ, उसके बाद उसने जनरल फंड दिया हुआ है. वैसे भी कैपिटल फंड का मतलब क्या है? वो फंड जो हमें बिजनेस को चलाने में रूटीन में सभी कामों के लिए पड़ा होता है. तो दैट इज कॉल्ड जनरल फंड. सो दिस जनरल फंड इज बेसिकली कैपिटल फंड, अनदर नेम ऑफ इट. व्हाट अबाउट जनरल फंड? ऑलरेडी डन सर. डेप्रिसिएशन ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. सो अभी किसी की कोई डाउट्स रह गए हैं तो सर कुड यू प्लीज रिपीट प्राइस फंड एडजस्टमेंट्स? यस बेटा अभी डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. इलेबोरेट द इंटरेस्ट एंड एंट्रेंस फीस. लिस्ट नंबर 10 बेटा हो गया, अब उसको दोबारा ना डिस्कस करो, टाइम खराब होगा आपका. सर यू सेड दैट ओपनिंग एंड क्लोजिंग बैलेंस विल नॉट कम इन रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट बट इट हैज टू बी टेकन. Sir, you said that opening and closing balance will not only in receipt and payment account, only and only cash and बैंक ओपनिंग बैलेंस विल बी एंटर्ड इन रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट. बेटा ये तो हमने पहले सबसे पहले परफॉर्मा किया था, वहां भी डिस्कस किया था कि कैश का बैलेंस और बैंक का बैलेंस, ये दो अकाउंट्स के जो बैलेंस हैं वो आपके ओपनिंग वाले आएंगे यहाँ पर और क्लोजिंग वाले आएंगे. ओपनिंग डेबिट साइड में आएगा, क्लोजिंग क्रेडिट साइड में आएगा. This is what? This is closing balance of cash and bank. Is that clear? Okay. Here prize fund is given to you. This is the amount of prize fund. Opening fund 25,000. He says this was the opening balance. In that, during the year we have earned an interest of rupees 1,000. Now whether this is received to us or not, if it is not received, obviously it should be mentioned here. कहीं ना कहीं mention होना चाहिए था adjustment में, but it is not mentioned in adjustment. So that means for this amount is already received by us during the year, because this is a receipt during the year. प्राइस फंड में ऐड किया ना, तो यहां से पता लग रहा है. सो दिस विल गो टू रिसीट साइड बेटा. एंड देन वी हैव डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड प्राइजेस वर्थ रुपीज 2,000. हमने प्राइस डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने पे खर्चा किया. वी हैव एक्सपेंस्ड रुपीज 2,000 ड्यूरिंग द ईयर ऑन प्राइजेस. सो दैट मींस फॉर दिस इज अ एक्सपेंसेस मेड बाय अस ड्यूरिंग द ईयर. सो दिस इज टू बी डिडक्टेड. So यहाँ पर उसने डिडक्ट किया है. Now what it is? This is a payment made by us during the year. If any payment made by us during the year, whether it is capital or revenue, it will be entered in receipt and payment account. So hence entered in receipt and payment account. We can use black waterproof pen gel. Any pen you may use this, no worry बेटा. Balance figure नीचे भी लिख सकते हैं sir. No. In receipt and payment account, opening रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में जो बैलेंस की फिगर आएगी, क्योंकि वो ओपनिंग कैश इन हैंड और बैंक का बैलेंस होता है, इसलिए ऊपर ही रखना है आपको. एक यू विल हैव टू लीव 2-3 लाइंस वेकेंट इन रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट इफ ओपनिंग बैलेंस इज नॉट गिवन. सर क्वेश्चन कंप्लीटेड. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कैपिटलाइज्ड मैन? बेटा कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर एंड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, that means for capitalized, those amounts which are to be entered in balance sheet are named as capitalized. Those which are to be entered in income and expenditure account, that is called revenue. So capital और revenue का चैप्टर करना चाहिए आपको. एक चैप्टर आपका है इसमें कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर एंड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. उसमें बताया गया in that it has been specifically mentioned which amount is to be capitalized, means which amount is to be treated as capital expenditure. Any amount which is to be treated as capital expenditure is a amount to be capitalized. Another name. Upkeep of ground and printing note included adjustment amount in income and expenditure. Beta, in income and expenditure account that has already been adjusted. Now you are preparing on receipt and payment account, so you will have to adjust it for receipt and payment account. Upkeep of ground is what this relates to 2018-19 paid in this year. So what it meant for, this is the amount which is outstanding at the beginning, so it is to be added. So 600 rupees and 240 rupees are to be added in the amount given in income and expenditure account. So it is 10,000. You have to add 600 in 1,000 rupees printing. You have to add 240 rupees. So the amount is shown here, 10,600 and 1,240. These are added. इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में इसकी एडजस्टमेंट बेटा हो चुकी है. उसके बाद ही तो इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट बना होगा. उसने करके नहीं दिखाई, बट उसने करी हुई है. सर सब will be carried with same amount. Subject पता नहीं SUB. Sir, I doesn't understood Priyanka. Sub will be carried with same amount as mentioned in income and expenditure account. Sub. See what is sub? Subscription. No. Subscription will not be carried with same amount. It will be after making all adjustments, whatever is given in here. Third adjustment number 3rd. And adjustment number 4 that you have to make. After then the amount will come which will be entered. So today no need to take break. मजा आ रहा है, मेरे सारे डाउट क्लियर हो गए हैं. Just I'll take break of 5 to 7 minutes even लेंगे, बट 5-7 मिनट की चाहिए, कईयों को चाहिए. Can I ask the questions related to purchase book? बेटा बाद में, पहले हम लोग इसको खत्म कर लें. 1 or 2 entries is wrong of financial statement, then the whole marks of question will be deducted. No बेटा ऐसा नहीं होता. चांसेस होते हैं कि आपको कुछ मार्क्स मिल जाएंगे. एंट्रेंस फीस रिपीट प्लीज. एंट्रेंस फीस बेटा क्लियर कर दिया गया कि 1/2 ऑफ द एंट्रेंस फीस हैज बीन कैपिटलाइज्ड. इट मींस फॉर, वैसे भी आप लोगों को समझ लगना चाहिए, अदरवाइज आल्सो यू शुड हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट एंट्रेंस फीस इज गिवन हियर एट 2 places. One is it is given in income and expenditure account with rupees 1,300 simultaneously as a income. So whatever income is there, that will be a receipt during the year. Simultaneously it is given here, it is added to capital fund or general fund. So this meant for this has been capitalized. So it meant for, it is not 1,300, it is 2,600 which is received during the year. Otherwise he has also made it clear that 1/2 of the interest piece has been capitalized. That means for this is what, this is 1/2. 1,300 is what, this is 1/2. So how to get it? This is 1/2 of the actual amount. So how much is the actual amount? That is 2,600. Or you may do it like this. 1,300 is entered in balance sheet. It has been added there, and 1,300 is given in income and expenditure account. So total income is 2600. So this is out of total amount received by us during the year, that is 2600. He have assumed that the 50% will be revenue, 50% will be capital. So 1300 is entered in income and expenditure account, and 1300 is entered in balance sheet, capital fund. So, but in receipt and payment account, total amount will go, because receipt and payment account doesn't create any differentiation between capital and revenue items. What is common used format of purchase book? Beta, for that you should have to refer purchase book chapter or see the video of that. Price fund adjustment bata do. Price fund adjustment beta already discussed 1 or 2 times. Please repeat it once. It is there primed for investment like FD? Yes beta, this is FD. सर ये चैप्टर बहुत इजी लग रहा है अभी आपकी वजह से, थैंक यू सर. Fund created expenses and incomes are not entered receipt and payment account. Sir, fund concerned expenses and incomes are also entered in receipt and payment. Exactly right. In receipt and payment account, it doesn't matter whether this belongs to a capital expense, revenue expense, specific fund, general fund. That is not a matter. Whatever amount is received during the year, enter it in receipt account. Whatever amount is expense paid, whatever amount is paid during the year, enter it in payment side. That's it. Have a break, then we will come back. Have a break, sir. कैप हाँ जी, वेलकम बैक बेटा आफ्टर द ब्रेक. So capital and capital fund are same. Yes beta, in this case capital and capital fund is same. Okay sir, no sir, please don't take break. Okay बेटा मैं थक जाता हूँ ये मान लो आप, चलो. Otherwise the capacity of students I know it very well. Sir, now clearly understood the concept. Thank you for taking this topic in detail. Sir, capital and capital fund are same. Yes, capital and capital fund are same. Okay, so I think यहाँ तक clear हो गया है. So would go forward. Are you interested to go for illustration number 12, or I would like to go for some questions from your practical questions? Anyone is interested to for illustration 12 or not? मेरा माइंड है कि अगर आप लोगों को ठीक रहे, अगर illustration number 12 में दिक्कत नहीं है, then I would like to go for the unsolved questions what are given. Test your knowledge questions काफी हैं, उसमें हम लोग डिस्कशन करेंगे तो बढ़िया रहेगा. चलो. Yeah, educational institutions theory is given to you. This is just a theoretical part maybe. In practical, okay, some more information is given to you regarding this particular system of educational institutions, but it is all same. You need not to worry about educational institution, one and it is one and same. So illustration number 12 is required. So let's see illustration number 12. Just read it. We would like to discuss each and every point. We will not do it. Just read and understood it. Okay. Prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet, that we know it how to prepare it. So this is the concept which you have discussed in the previous lecture. Today we are going for receipt and payment account. So now receipt and payment account is closed. Now we are going to discuss or coming back to our previous concept once again. It is just like preparing profit or loss account. So seminar and conference receipts. This is basically what any seminar in schools and colleges or educational institutions. What is the basic target? They are all in routine. We are delivering lectures only. Sports activities are there, lectures are there, nothing else is there. So this is a routine work. So it's a revenue receipt, treat it as a revenue income. Okay, consultation receipt, this is a revenue receipt. Security deposit from students, this is a liability for us because any amount received to us in advance which is refundable later on is a security deposit, and it is obviously a liability. Capital fund, we know it very well. Research fund, this is basically a specific fund. So any specific fund will go to liability side. Building fund, liability. Provident fund, liability. Tuition fees received, revenue income beta. Government grants, any government grant received to us for specific purpose is a revenue receipt, is a capital receipt. For general purpose, if it is received, it is a revenue receipt. So we'll see if some information is given regarding this. If it is specific, then it will be treated accordingly. If nothing is mentioned, we will take it as a revenue receipt. Donation, nothing is mentioned, so revenue. Otherwise, we will see the adjustment if some change is there. Revenue income, hostel room rent, revenue income, mess receipt, revenue income, college store sales, revenue income, outstanding expenses. This is the outstanding expenses belongs to last year because it has already been entered in trial balance. So if it is shown in trial balance, that means for this is the no, it is basically outstanding expenses given in debit side. Why it is given in two sides? Yeah, it is given on credit side. Good. So if it is given on credit side, we know it very well. This is a liability for us. So this is general liability. Go to liability side only. It will not be entered in income and expenditure account anywhere. Stock, this is opening stock of supplies. So you have to prepare a supplies account. In that we will get how much is our net expense, because this is the opening stock. Purchases are also given to you. Any sales is there, that is also given to you. Sale of supplies is given to you. Yes, college store sale is given to you. 7,50,000. So it will not be entered in income and expenditure account directly. Instead, we will prepare a proper account for it. Okay. In that we will enter opening stock, purchases in two side. In buy side, we will enter sale, And whatever is the balance sheet figure, that will be the after entering closing stock, whatever is the balance sheet figure, that will be the expense. So we will get it later on. Purchases, salaries, teaching, revenue expense, research, it will go to research fund only. It will be deducted from research fund, not to be entered in income and expenditure account, as it is not a revenue expense, because it is it is against a specific fund. Scholarship is a revenue expense. Student welfare is a revenue expense. Revenue if no special fund is there. Revenue. So this is research fund investment. It will go in asset side. Other investment, asset side. Provident fund, asset side. This is our revenue expense. Consultation, revenue expense. Land, asset. Building, asset. Plant and machinery, asset. So these are the provision for depreciation. In this current year, depreciation will be added, and the total amount will be either deducted from assets or shown in the liability side. It is better to be shown in the liability side after adding current year depreciation in it. So current year depreciation will be entered at two places, because in this case, general entry for current year depreciation will be depreciation account debit to provision for depreciation, current year depreciation. And then whatever the provision for depreciation, that will be added to opening provision for opening balance of provision for depreciation in liability side. And whatever is the depreciation of current year, that will go to profit, income and expenditure account as a depreciation beta. Then cashier bank, this is an asset side. Library, this is an asset side. Now material and supplies consumed from college stores. This is given that for teaching, this is a supplies consumed for different purposes, that is given to you. So tuition received, fees received from government to backward class scholars, tuition fees receivable. So this is our income which is to be added to. This is our outstanding at the end. This is accrued income, we can say. This is to be added to the tuition fees. Store selling price are fixed at a net profit of 10% on selling price. We will see what to do it. Just wait and watch. Depreciation we have already discussed beta. So come to one more thing, that is research expenses. See what is mentioned in your details. Here it is given to you. Here some general information is given to you, that educational institutions which are in India are registered under, must be registered under Societies Registration Act. That is very much clear. So what should be the pattern? It must be on the basis of some trust or society which have some specific members with them, and that body, that particular members will fix up someone as the principal of the organization who will run the school or college, whatever it is. And then what are the sources of finance for running? That is donation from public. This is a general receipt, grant receipt. These are the three incomes which we have already discussed. Donation from public is already clear. Whatever we received. So any capital fees or admission fees which will be received by us will be added to capital fund. Laboratory and library deposits, these are generally collected by school and colleges, and they remain with the institute till the student finally leaves it. So this is also our income. So firm is normally divided, term fees is divided into many expenses, many receipts, that is also given to you. Recurring grants in the form of maintenance is to be entered in income and expenditure account. Yes, nothing is given regarding research expenses. This is only given in illustration number 12 in this notes. So this is basically a fund. So otherwise, according to accounting standard, all expenses incurred on research will be charged to P&L account. This is according to AS accounting standard 29. If you people doesn't have read those accounting standards, any expense incurred until a product is developed by us, when the product will come to the development stage, only then the expenses will be capitalized. Otherwise, all expenses incurred by us during the period will be charged to P&L account. Means research expenses goes to P&L account. Is a revenue expense. But we'll have to prepare a proper performa for this, make proper calculation for this, whatever is required. See, here it is, whatever is given in solution C. So salaries are allocated between teaching and research. Material is also allocated. Repair and maintenance is there, that has also been allocated. And depreciation is entered. All things are already discussed. She has shown research fund in the balance sheet. Whatever fund is there, that will always go to balance sheet. That has been shown there. But whatever amount is expensed during the year, that has been charged to P&L account. So that he has charged due to the reason of accounting standard only, because this is a research expenses. So the research expenses are charged to P&L account or the income and expenditure account, whatever we may say. Material and supplies are also consumed for this purpose. So that has also been charged to P&L account. Now we have to get the closing stock of material and supplies. So how to get that closing stock? For that, the information is given to us here. First of all, he says opening stock plus purchases are given to you. Now, what is the cost of material and supplies consumed by us during the year? So that is given to us that 7,50,000 of the supplies are consumed. So this is the sale value. This is what? This is a sale value, 7,50,000. Okay. Sale price. He says it includes margin of 10% in it. So 10% is to be deducted 75,000. How much is the balance? 6,75,000. So this is what? This is the cost of material consumed. So cost of material consumed will be deducted from it. And we can easily get cost of material and supplies consumed. Okay, 6,75,000 is this one, and 3 lakh is another amount. Material and supplies consumed, that is 50,000 plus 1,50,000, 3 lakh. Total amount is 3 lakh. This is given to you. Now, what is the sale price of it? Any sale of, yeah. So this is given to you that this is worth rupees 7,50,000 which has been sold during the year. 7,50,000 worth of the, this is the sale value. So we have to calculate the cost. This is 10% above the cost price. This include a margin of 10% on sale price. So due to that reason, we have got it 6,75,000. In addition to this 6,75,000, 3 lakh worth of the material is used for our own purpose in our business. So total amount is 9,75,000 beta. So this is the cost of material consumed by us during the year, 9,75,000. But all expenses relating to research will be charged to revenue expense. This is a concept given in AS 29 only. That is the point only. So all expenses which relates to research will be entered there. So that he has entered in debit side. Nothing else is done. So whatever is left, that is closing balance, 1,25,000. This will be entered in balance sheet, asset side. Okay. And whatever is material consumed during the year, that will be a expense, 9,75,000. So what he has done in income and expenditure account, he has shown a profit of 75,000 only. You may do anything. Either you may, he have done this thing only. Closing stock, he has also not entered. He has entered only the profit we have earned. Or you may do it in a proper way, like opening stock is to be entered, purchase is to be entered, consumed is to be entered, and closing stock is to be entered. And that is not required. Why to do such a big effort? It is always better to enter the net profit out of it. So he have taken this 75,000 as a profit, which I have already calculated for you, and that 75,000 is entered here. No other thing is entered by them. कुछ और उसने एंटर नहीं किया है, सिर्फ उसने जो प्रॉफिट अर्न किया उस पे मटेरियल कंज्यूम्ड वो एंटर कर दिया, और जो क्लोजिंग स्टॉक है वो बैलेंस शीट में डाला होगा उसने. आप चेक करो, check it out. In balance sheet, he have entered the closing stock of material and supplies, that is 1,25,000. That's it. Sakaldeep, that is wrong. This is not allowed that we'll have to deduct research expenses from the research fund, as that is kept as a reserve by us only, nothing else is there. That there is a investment against it. You may see how much amount of investment is there. This is 8 lakh, and we have investment worth rupees 8 lakh with us. This is just a contra entry, nothing else. We show provision for depreciation separate in closing balance sheet with keeping value of assets fixed. Exactly right, it should be. Sir, can we show provision for depreciation separately in closing balance sheet with keeping value of exactly right? It should be done. It is not right. I would like to suggest that the depreciation is to be shown in the liability side. Not it is not to be deducted from this. It is not correct. The better way is, because if he has already used provision for depreciation word, you will have to continue with the same. This is not the right method. अब इनकम एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में टीचिंग 8,50,000 कैसे आया? ओके, टीचिंग 8,50,000 और रिसर्च 1,20,000 कैसे आया? ये दिया हुआ बेटा 850 एंड 120 सैलरीज का ना. Salaries, it is given salaries 8,50,000 and research 1,20,000. Is that clear, Kunal? No, it was asked by Kunal only. So can we show? वो तो मैंने बता दिया. Abhinav, is that clear? Where it is given that consumed on 90%? No, beta, it is not given. Arshdeep, see here it is given. Stores selling price are fixed to get a net profit of 10% on selling price. That means for selling price is assumed as 100, whereas here selling price is 7,50,000. That is given in your trial balance. On this 10% margin is already added. So if we'll deduct that 10%, what we will get? Cost of material consumed, that is 90%. This is what? This is cost. If selling price is 100, you will deduct 10% out of it, you will get the cost. That's it. What are provident funds? Provident fund meant for the This is general knowledge basically. Provident fund meant for the fund which has been made mandatory by the government of India, that if you are employing more than 10 persons with you, 10 or more than 10 persons with you, you will have to go for ESI and PF. You have to deduct some provident fund from their salaries. You have to put some part of that from your own side, own pocket, and then it is to be deposited with the government of India in provident fund account, which is to be given to that person when he will be retired from that particular organization. That is called provident fund. Like just like ESI is there, that is for the purpose of giving health benefits to the employees. Why we not change from research fund, charge from research fund? That is not required. That is in this case, research expenses are always charged to P&L account. Beta. Provident fund, any fund is a liability. All funds are always our liability, and any investment of that fund will be एसेट. पहले तो एक फंड होता है, वो फंड हमेशा हमारी लाइबिलिटी रहेगा, जो भी फंड है, और जो उसकी इन्वेस्टमेंट की होती है वो लाइबिलिटी होती है. सर वर्किंग नोट नंबर 1 इज नॉट अंडरस्टैंडेबल. मैंने समझाया बेटा, बिल्कुल ठीक है बेटा, वैसे भी कर सकते हो. अभी ना मैंने बता दिया बेटा रिसीट कैसे आया. ये सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट कहाँ लिखा है जी? बेटा ट्रायल बैलेंस में लिखा हुआ है सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट, एक बार चेक करो. शाबाश. डेप्रिसिएशन पॉइंट एक बार रिपीट कर दें. देखो डेप्रिसिएशन का पॉइंट ये रहा बेटा. डेप्रिसिएशन whatever is given to you, that is to be calculated, and the entry is very simple. Depreciation account debit to provision for depreciation. We will not enter depreciation to asset in this case. So whatever depreciation is there, that will go to income and expenditure account as it is. Whatever you will charge this year, this is the depreciation which is to be charged this year, which is given 5%, 10%, 10%. This is 5%, 10%, and 10% and 20%. That you have to calculate on the value of your assets, which is given to you. So whatever is the depreciation, this is to be charged on straight line method. That is also given to you. So building पे 5% निकालना है तो 480 पे 5% निकालेंगे 24,000. 5,10,000 पर आपने निकालना है प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट पे 10%. So it will be 51,000 बेटा. और 3,36,000 पे आपने जो निकालना है, इनकी जो एंट्रीज डालनी है हमने, वो डालनी है डेप्रिसिएशन टू प्रोविजन फॉर डेप्रिसिएशन. इट विल बी एडेड टू प्रोविजन फॉर डेप्रिसिएशन इन योर लायबिलिटी साइड, एंड साइमल्टेनियसली इट विल बी एंटर्ड इन P&L अकाउंट. क्लियर है? यस सर, क्लियर. माय डाउट्स. थैंक्स. थैंक यू सर. लाइक टीचिंग स्टाइल. सर बिल्डिंग कॉस्ट में डेप्रिसिएशन 5,60,000 क्यों डिडक्ट किया है? आज सबसे ज्यादा फीडबैक आप लोगों ने देना है, अगर आप लोगों को अच्छा लग रहा है तो, है ना. फीडबैक जरूर भरा करो. सर स्टॉक ऑफ स्टोर्स एंड सप्लाईज इज एन ओपनिंग बैलेंस और नॉट? स्टॉक ऑफ स्टोर्स एंड सप्लाई, वट एवर स्टॉक इज गिवन इन योर डेबिट साइड, in trial balance is always opening stock. How teaching 50,000 and 1,50,000 for research comes? See here it is. आपके सामने ही है बेटा. That's given in adjustment. Yeah. Material and supplies consumed, teaching 50,000. Research 1,50,000. That is given to you in adjustment beta. We will add the depreciation. Exactly right beta. So I think everyone is clear on these things. Let's go for the practice question number 1, because that has been asked by some students. According to time, I'm unable to cover all the practice questions, but I think I have covered a lot in this chapter, and that will be useful for you in your upcoming exams. Practice question number 1. So see, I would like to discuss every point of this illustration number 1, because that will be good. This is a long illustration, and it will be helpful for us to discuss, because in this case your knowledge will be upgraded, and you can review each and everything of this chapter. I would like to ask from you. You may have to give the answer simultaneously. I will also give the answer, so that time may be saved. Receipt and payment account is given beta. and what is the demand? We have to prepare income and expenditure account. ठीक है बेटा? And the balance sheet. So balance sheet is easy to get. We'll have to go for the income and expenditure account only. Let's discuss about that. But before that, I would like to see which मतलब which items have some adjustments, because those which have adjustments will be treated accordingly. So assets and liabilities are given to you. Closing stock is given to you. Interest adjustment is there because investment is 12% government securities. That means for some interest adjustment is given in the question. Subscription have adjustment. Insurance have. Entrance donation received pending membership. Entrance donation received pending membership. So this is also adjustment. Gratuity fund. This is just like provident fund. This is to be given to the employees at the end of their job period. So subscription, outstanding adjustment, outstanding expenses of salaries, electricity, 50% of entrance donation was to be capitalized. There was no pending membership as on 31st of March, means opening date. Cost of assets sold is given to you. So there is a sale also. Depreciation is to be provided at 10%, sum of 20,000 as entrance donation from an applicant was to be refunded as he has not fulfilled the requirement. The refund was made on 3rd of June. Purchases made during the year, value of closing stock is given to you. Club as a matter of policy, charge of income and expenditure account. All purchases made on account of crockery, cutlery and linen in the year of purchase. So this is a matter of policy that all purchases are to be entered in the year of purchase. Received subscription as follow: 2019, 20 and 21. Okay. 500 member and annual subscription is 1500 per member. 15,000 was still in arrear for the year ended. बड़ा ही अच्छा पॉइंट है सब्सक्रिप्शन वाला, इसमें सबसे ज्यादा मजा सब्सक्रिप्शन में ही आपको आने वाला है. Ascertain the amount of subscription that will appear on the credit side for the year ended 31st of March and how the items would appear in the balance sheet on 31st of March. ये क्वेश्चन दूसरा आ गया. ओके मैं तो अगले क्वेश्चन पे भी चला गया. चलो अभी इसी क्वेश्चन तक हमने रहना था. सो सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 ओनली है ना. मुझे लगता है दोनों क्वेश्चन नंबर जो है. चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दिस. सो रिसीट एंड पेमेंट इज गिवन टू यू. In illustration number 11, where did 4660 comes? अब बेटा आगे निकल गए हम. क्वासी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लॉ में आते हैं बेटा. ट्रू फॉल्स की बात बाद में करेंगे. आज की क्लास में मजा आ गया सर. कॉर्पोरेट व्हील बेटा ये लॉ के पॉइंट्स हैं सारे. कॉर्पोरेट व्हील वगैरह मुझे लगता है अगले बच्चे तो नहीं आगे. कैन आई डू एडजस्टमेंट एंट्रीज फर्स्ट द रिमेनिंग एंट्रीज आफ्टर. आई मीन देयर इज नो नीड टू फॉलो द सीक्वेंस एज गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन. सो can I do adjustment entries first, the remaining entries after? That is not a problem, Sakaldeep. It is always better. There's no problem. Whatever you are saying, you are correct. Let's start. So I would like to discuss first of all regarding the interest adjustment. See, interest received is given to you 58,000. He says investment is made in 12% government securities worth rupees 5 lakh. Okay, and this is on 1st of April. That is, investment remains for the full year. If investment remains for the full year, that means for 5 lakh into 12% beta, it is 60,000. Already received is how much? That is 58,000. So 2,000 is outstanding at the end. Accrued कह सकते हैं हम लोग. So in income and expenditure account, we will enter 60,000 as 58 received plus outstanding at the end or accrued at the end, that is 60,000. But simultaneously, this 2,000 will go to balance sheet as a asset. I think this is clear to everyone. Very good. Done. Coming to next adjustment. Outstanding subscription 12,000 and subscription received in advance is also given to you. Okay. In subscription, what we have to do? That is 2,02,750, which is given to you. I think this is clear to everyone how to do this, because normally we are doing it in routine. So we can do adjustment of subscription by ourselves. Prepaid insurance will be deducted, as we know, because this is at the end. Then subscription received in advance, we know it. Entrance donation received pending membership 1 lakh. See entrance donation that is given to you. He says a sum of rupees 20,000. No. And yeah, 50% of the entrance donation was to be capitalized. There was no pending membership as on 31st of March 2020. Okay. So these are the assets and liabilities as on 1st of April 2019. Sorry. That means for this is the opening outstanding subscription. This is the opening prepaid insurance. Opening prepaid insurance is to be added. Okay. And then subscription received in advance opening, this is to be deducted. Entrance donation, this is opening. Received pending membership. So see how much is the entrance donation given to you. This is 1 lakh. This is a 1 lakh rupees. Entrance donation received pending membership 1 lakh rupees. Their membership is pending. So but whether membership is pending or not, that is not a point of consideration. We can say in simple words, this is a pre-received income. What we can say, this is a pre-received income in simple words, because if product services are not provided, but amount is received, that means for what? That means for this is a income received in advance. So out of 1 lakh given in your receipt and payment account, 1 lakh rupees is given to you, beta. Out of that minus pre-received at beginning, that is 1 lakh. Okay. Now see, he has given you we have to add it, sorry, because we have to add whatever amount is, whatever is pre-received at the beginning, that is to be added. So it is 2 lakh rupees. Okay. Now 2 lakh rupees is the total amount. This is the amount received in current year. This is the amount received in previous year, which belongs to this year. Out of this 2 lakh, one more adjustment is there. Sum of rupees 20,000 received in 19, that is in current year only, from an applicant was to be refunded as he has not fulfilled the requisite. The refund was made. So this is the amount refundable minus amount refundable. How much is the amount which is refundable? That is 20,000 rupees. So net amount is 1,80,000. So this is the income of current year. He says 50% is to be capitalized, 50% is treated as revenue. So income and expenditure account 90,000. Balance sheet, it will go 90,000, 50-50. Plus this 20,000 will also go to balance sheet in liability side, because this is refundable. So in balance sheet, we will enter 90 plus 20. In income and expenditure account, we will enter 90. It is to be shown separately. This is the entrance which will be added to capital fund. You should have to understand it. मैं हिंदी में एक बार बताता हूँ बेटा. रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में 1 लाख रुपीस गिवन है एंट्रेंस फीस का. उसमें 1 लाख रुपया आपके पास लास्ट ईयर रिसीव हो गया था, उसको भी ऐड कर देंगे, तभी हमारा निकलेगा कि हमारी टोटल इनकम करंट ईयर की कितनी है. दैट इज 2 लाख रुपीस. उसमें से वो कह रहा है 50% को कैपिटलाइज करना है, बट उससे पहले उसने बताया है कि 20,000 रुपीज हमें रिफंड भी करने हैं. मतलब ये इनकम हमारी नहीं है, 20,000 को माइनस करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये तो अमाउंट वापस करनी है. अभी वापस नहीं करी, क्योंकि अभी 3 जून को वापस करनी है और अभी 31 मार्च 2020 है. सो करंट ईयर में वापस नहीं करी हमने. एज ऑन 31 March 20 इट इज अवर लाइबिलिटी. सो 20,000 रुपीज अभी वापस नहीं करे, ये मेरे पास एडवांस में आए हुए हैं किसी पर्सन के, मुझे वापस करने हैं, मैं इसको माइनस कर दूंगा. तो 1,80,000 रुपीज मेरी नेट इनकम है. इसमें से 50% इनकम को वो कह रहा है कैपिटलाइज करना है. कैपिटलाइज का मतलब है कि उसको मुझे कैपिटल फंड में ऐड करना है. और 50% इनकम मेरी रेवेन्यू इनकम है, तो उसको मैं इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में ले जाऊंगा. मुझे लगता है ये क्लियर है सर. दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर. ओके गुड. ठीक है, मुझे लगता है हिंदी में मैंने बताया तो अब क्लियर हो गया. चलो, कॉस्ट ऑफ एसेट सोल्ड आपका दिया हुआ 10,000 रुपीज. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू विद दिस. कॉपी कर लो इसको पहले, कोई डाउट है तो बता दो. ओके क्लियर. प्लीज क्लोज द क्लास बिकॉज टाइम इज गोइंग अप. बेटा you can leave if you doesn't require it, because I would like to clear each and every student's problem. This is a matter of ICA and me. क्लास क्लोज कर देंगे. चलो आ जाओ आगे. अच्छा, कॉस्ट ऑफ एसेट सोल्ड इज 10,000 रुपीज. अभी we'll have to see that is there any asset given to you in the details. Yes, sale of asset is given to you 8,000 rupees. So what it says, the cost of asset sold is rupees 10,000. So this is very much clear to everyone that on opening date we have an asset worth rupees 10,000 with us, which has been sold during the year for rupees 8,000. So there's a loss of rupees 2,000 which is to be entered in income and expenditure account. Simple. And then purchases made during the year, value of closing stock is given to you. I think remaining points are clear. Beta, any doubt? So tell me, have you enjoyed all the questions? Any doubt regarding anything in this chapter, please tell me. If any doubt is there, I would like to clear. Otherwise, I would like to close the class. कोई भी डाउट अगर बेटा रह गया तो बताओ. किसी को कोई भी डाउट रहता है तो एनी डाउट रिगार्डिंग एनीथिंग आप पूछ सकते हो आप लोग. चलो फिर लिख के भेजो कि मुझे क्लियर हो गया है. सर क्या इतना बड़ा क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में पूछेंगे, एंड फॉर हाउ मेनी मार्क्स, 20 मार्क्स और 16 मार्क्स, दिस में कम इनटू योर एग्जाम. सर पॉइंट नंबर 10. ओके, द क्लब एज ए मैटर ऑफ पॉलिसी. बेटा ऐसा ही करते हैं, वी हैव टू चार्ज ऑल द परचेजेस टू. ओके, दैट मीन्स फॉर वी विल नॉट गो फॉर द, means these purchases will be entered in profit in income and expenditure account in full. See, that will be given in the solution also. You may see that is given to you. Yes, purchases, glass and table linen, crockery. Okay, so this is the main point in this. He says opening stock is given to you, we have to add purchases in it minus closing stock. So we'll get cost of goods sold that we are doing routine. So that is to be entered 16,70,000. Okay, that is not given here. मुझे लगता है 10th पॉइंट जो है किस तरह का है, देख लेते हैं एक बार, देखते हैं दोबारा देखते हैं 10th पॉइंट को बेटा. एज ए मैटर ऑफ पॉलिसी चार्ज इनकम एंड चार्ज ऑफ टू इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट ऑल परचेजेस मेड ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ क्रॉकरी. तो देख लेते हैं. परचेजेस मेड ड्यूरिंग द ईयर रुपीज 15 लाख. ओके, वैल्यू ऑफ क्लोजिंग स्टॉक इज 2,10,000. दैट्स इट. Opening stock may also be given to you. Yes. This is calculated profit from operation. This he has calculated. See here it is. Okay. Yes. So 16 lakh 70,000 is your cost of goods sold. So how much is your income? Whatever receipts are there from anyone, that is your receipt. That is your sale or income, you can say. And out of that receipt, 17 lakh 62,000, he has deducted 16 lakh 70,000 cost of goods sold, and he has got a profit of 90,000, 92,000. That's it. So we always doing the same thing because we are always entering our purchases in the trading count as in routine. Whatever in the same year, whatever we have purchased, जिस साल में हम परचेजेस करते हैं उसी साल में हम डालते भी हैं, तो इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, इसका कोई मीनिंग नहीं है. इट इज मीनिंगलेस. इट इज मीनिंगलेस. सर क्या इतना बड़ा, वो तो मैंने बता दिया बेटा. आई एंजॉयड द क्लास. थैंक यू बेटा, थैंक यू सर. इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 12 में 1 मंथ स्टॉक कंज्यूम 3 लाख कहां से आया? अभी हम कहां पर हैं? अच्छा, इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 12 पे देखें. कंज्यूम्ड 3 लाख कहां से? बेटा टोटल किया हमने. आपके पास 4-5 तरह के स्टॉक दिए हुए थे, आप उन सभी को टोटल कर लो, आपको मिल जाएगा बेटा. इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 12, ये देखो ना बेटा, गिवन है. ये रहा बेटा, इसको ऐड करो जो आपके पास गिवन है. स्टॉक ऑफ 3 लाख रुपीज का तो स्टोर आ गया हमारे पास, ये ठीक है ना, ओपनिंग. उसके अलावा आप 3 लाख जो पूछ रहे हो वो ये रहा. इसको ऐड करो. 50,000 प्लस 1,50,000 प्लस 75,000 प्लस 25,000. ये 4 जो आइटम्स है ना, इनको ऐड करने से 3 लाख आ जाएगा आपका. दिस इज व्हाट मटेरियल एंड सप्लाईज कंज्यूम्ड फॉर सेल्फ कंजम्पशन, वी कैन सी ना, अपनी कंजम्पशन के लिए हमने जो कंज्यूम कर लिया वो हो गया. ये कॉस्ट पे ही हमने डाला हुआ है, यहाँ पर कॉस्ट ही दी हुई है. ठीक है. 7th एडजस्टमेंट एक बार बता दें. लो बेटा, इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 12 में तो कुछ नहीं है ना. और ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन. बेटा ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन इज जस्ट लाइक ट्रेडिंग काउंट. वी हैव prepared trading count and got the profit. Whatever is the profit that has been transferred to profit or loss account. So that the same thing we have done in we have done in uh, income and expenditure account. Okay. ये देखो हमने डाला हुआ है. So that he has entered. It is just like GP, gross profit. By profit from operation 92,000. Same thing. Sir, in illustration number 10, 1390, from where did this come? Point number 9. चलो मैं illustration number 10 पे बाद में आता हूँ. Point number 9. Point number 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. The value of closing stock, beta. So that we have reduced while calculating our cost of goods sold. Opening plus purchases minus closing stock. That is equal to cost of goods sold. That we have done here. See the working note. This is there. Opening plus purchases minus closing stock. That we have done and got the cost of goods sold. Here we have made total of all the sales made by us during the year. So we have just prepared a trading count, beta. In trading count, what we are doing? We are recording opening stock in debit side, and then purchases, and then closing stock, and then sales 17,62,000, and got the profit, that is GP. So whatever is the GP or the profit from operation, that is 92,000. So this 92,000 will go to P&L account, credit side. So that is income and expenditure account, credit side, beta. अगर हमने ये क्वेश्चन हाफ छोड़ा तो कितने मार्क्स मिलेंगे? अब ये तो बेटा एग्जामिनर पे, पेपर चेकर पे डिपेंड करेगा बेटा. दिस क्वेश्चन इज डन टू clear your all concepts. It is just like a revision of all the topics whatever we have covered in this chapter. So this is a good question from practice point of view. Normally this type of lengthy question doesn't come in the exam. You need not to worry. बट इसको करने से आपके सारे चैप्टर की रिवीजन हो गई. सर क्रोकरी एंड कटलरी इज गिवन इन पेमेंट साइड, सो दैट इज एन एक्सपेंस. इट विल बी एंटर्ड एज एन एक्सपेंस इन P&L. Any amount received or income during the year would go to asset side or balance sheet. बेटा any income received or any amount received or income during the year would go to receipt side. Okay, would go to income side. सर अगर हमने ये क्वेश्चन हाफ छोड़ा तो चलो ठीक है, प्लीज आंसर माय क्वेश्चन. सर सर अंडरस्टूड सर. सेवंथ एडजस्टमेंट प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. सर प्लीज टेक माय क्वेश्चन. ओके संयम. सेवंथ एडजस्टमेंट प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. लो लो सेवंथ एडजस्टमेंट बेटा लो, अभी मैंने करी भी थी शायद. सेवंथ एडजस्टमेंट छोड़ेंगे नहीं आपको हम, घबराओ नहीं. Seventh adjustment, yes. Amount of rupees 20,000 received in October as entrance from an applicant. Basically, he says whatever entrance fees is received that we have already discussed. It is 1 lakh given in your receipt and payment account. Okay, and 1 lakh is the pre-received at the beginning. So it is 2 lakh rupees. So this is the total income which is to be entered in income and expenditure account. But he says out of this 20,000 is the income which is to be refunded to them. This is not our income, so it is to be reduced. So 20,000 is reduced. So total income is reduced by 20,000. This is refundable. ये पैसे वापस करने हैं बेटा. आपने 2 लाख रुपया आपने टोटल आपकी इनकम है इस साल की, जिसमें से 20,000 रुपया वो करा एक पर्सन की मेंबरशिप कैंसिल कर दिया हमने, तो उसको तो पैसे वापस करने पड़ेंगे. तो 20,000 जो उसको आपने वापस करना है वो क्या हो गया हमारा, वो एक तरह से रिफंडेबल अमाउंट हो गई. अगर आपने किसी को रिफंड करनी है अमाउंट, तो वो अमाउंट को हम लोग अपनी इनकम के रूप में नहीं डालेंगे, तो इसलिए उसको माइनस कर दिया हमने. तो नेट जो रह गया 1,80,000 उसको हमने 50-50 कैपिटल और रेवेन्यू में डिवाइड कर दिया. ये कहाँ जाएगा, ये लायबिलिटी साइड में पड़ा रहेगा जब तक वापस नहीं कर देते बेटा. एज्यूम इट इज क्लियर. शुड गो टू. ओके देन, थैंक यू वेरी मच. विल मेट यू अगेन, मे बी कहीं ना कहीं दोबारा मिलेंगे. Okay, bye bye. Give your proper feedback to ICI so that they can evaluate each and everything. Okay then, goodbye.